Our topic is dealing with everyday conflict. I'm sure that all of us would have lots of experience dealing with conflicts at each different phases of our life. According to Martin and Nakayama, conflict is defined as involving a perceived or real incompatibility of goals, values, expectations, processes, or outcomes between two or more independent individuals or groups. In short, conflict is a clash of interests, values, actions, views, or directions. Why does conflicts arise? Basically, everyone is different, that's why conflicts arise. Most conflicts arise due to the lack of communication between one another.
What are conflict styles? As stated by the psychologists Kenneth Thomas and Ralph Kilman, there are 5 different styles to manage conflict, which are called as Thomas Kilman's 5 conflict management styles. Let's talk about the 5 different conflict management styles. Firstly, the dominating style, which is also called as the competing style. It is a win-lose style where one uses power to control and resolving conflict. This style is usually used during emergencies where quick decision is needed. Secondly, the integrating style, which is also called as the collaborating style. It is a style where both parties work together to achieve each other's interests, seeking for a win-win or a problem-solving solution. This style is best used in making important decisions as it takes account of all interests and allows parties to communicate. Thirdly will be the compromising style. It is a lose-lose situation where none of the parties achieve their interests. This style is usually used when a temporary quick solution is needed and when all goals are equally important. Fourth, it is obliging style, which is also called as accommodating style. It is a style against own desired goals and cooperate at a high degree. This style is used to resolve conflict that one thinks is important and to maintain the relationship between one another. Lastly will be the avoiding style. It is a style where one simply just avoid the issue and non-party's interest is satisfied. This style is usually used when there is a clear advantage that worth waiting to resolve the issue or when the issue is just a small matter.
In response to our assignment question, dealing with everyday conflict, we choose to use ethnic conflict as our conflict base. According to Bates and various scholars, ethnic conflict is defined as any episode of sustained violent conflict in which national, ethnic, and religious or other minorities challenge governments to seek major changes in status. Our example will be the ethnic conflict that recently arose between anti-Islam and anti-racism protesters in Melbourne, Australia this year itself in April till May 2015. The news clip that we will show next will give you a brief understanding of what had happened in Melbourne.
Ugly scenes in Australia as anti-Islam and anti-racism demonstrators clash. There have been injuries and arrests in Melbourne, the venue with most violence on a nationwide day of protest by the Reclaim Australia group, which denounces what it sees as the Islamisation of the country. Demands such as banning the burqa, though, drew an angry response from counter-demonstrators. Police struggled to keep the two sides apart.
We're here to protest for the rights of everyone to live here.
They have an issue with these people that they don't even understand. They just fear them. And as Australians, we're supposed to be a welcoming people.
Reclaim Australia denies being racist or anti-Muslim, but for critics, the group's rhetoric and message is provocative.
7 Islamists plan to blow up the Melbourne cricket ground on grand final day. Had they succeeded, they would have killed thousands of men, women and children. One of the men involved had been living in Australia for 19 years on welfare payments.
Despite the rain in Sydney, demonstrators were determined to defend what they see as traditional Australian values. Gathering near the cafe where an Islamist gunman staged a deadly siege last December.
Through this video, two groups ended up having violence during the protest. This will not solve the problem but increase the conflict between them. In addition, the news articles by The Australian on the 31st of May has further shows the action of various parties in resolving the conflict between both groups. In the article, it states that the police put effort to separate two groups apart. The article as well included a statement by the Victoria Police that they were there at the valley to maintain public safety, and they respect the right of the community to express their views peacefully and lawfully, but will not tolerate those who break the law. Reclaim Australia, however, the anti-Islam protesters are planning to have another protest on July 18, with the support of a group called Uniting Islamophobia. All these actions above shows from the various parties have clearly showed that none of them think of negotiate or work together in solving the conflict.
Thus, we suggest that they should exert integrating style to resolve the conflict between them. This is because from all our research findings, as well stated by Martin and Nakayama, integrating style is a more effective style in resolving most conflict. It strives to fulfill interests of both parties. However, this style might need both party willingness to work together in solving the problem. It requires high cooperation and low confrontation between both groups in order to arrive at the best solution.